go. Do I have video? Yes, I have video. Please just tell me this is working as I want it to. No, it's not. OBS virtual camera, yeah, there we go. And now I just have to pass through the virtual camera. Yes. Yes. This should not work. Do you people have audio? Give me a sign in whatever form you want to give. I should maybe also start the lights up so you can actually see what's going on. A bit better at least. I thought Flux also wanted to come. Well, at least let's get started for now. So I will be doing the cape-free bed frame first. Just for starters, also everything is still packaged and it is also labeled. Bed frame front, for example. So I hopefully should not mess up too much. And let's get everything assembled and also the dev people into here as well. Mitsumi just packed those extrusions far too well, and I maybe should have prepared and unpackaged them before, but you wouldn't get the real building experience with me doing that. Also, this extrusion has an access hole in the middle so that we have 3-point leveling on K3. Just get some bolts in here. Good enough. Use the edge to get it straight, at least somewhat straight. And then machinist square to check things are really straight. I don't think they are, but looks good enough. As it is right now, this is just the bed for 2Z. 3Z has obviously a different bed because with different extrusion setup on the 3Z, you cannot just use a rigid bed like this. So minor differences there. That looks somewhat square, or at least square enough. And get the boring parts done first. Hello, Mr. Percy Berber. Don't ask me what I did to them, they won't talk to me today, but that's fine, I guess. Because we're just building a K3 bed. I just hope you're not talking, because if you're talking, I can't hear shit. Yes, I can hear you. Okay, you are talking. That's good. Ah, yes, okay. So, let's get the bed assembled, because I wanted to get done with the boring shit first. That looks good. Yes, it has. Thank you very much for reminding me. And there we have it. 1K free frame. We could, yep, for the bed. I will put that on my desk behind me and just double check the big frame then, because now we get to the funny part. And I don't have any clue how to start and where to start, but I will figure things out. I think I will just try to go with this to get 1Z or 1Z beam, like those tall ones, and then try to work from there. that has been at least my intention for now. Yeah, that was my idea, to just have some loosely connected things, and then with this shit machinist square trying to square things up. Because this machinist square is not really square at all, it seems. Yes, exactly. There are more extrusions, which actually makes 3-point very interesting because you have less extrusions to worry about and to buy. Well, if you buy them pre-cut and pre-tapped, it's actually much more. So yeah, because it's like I think for one double tap, I think it's like $2 from Izumi. So okay, yep, I might be getting it wrong then. Okay, yeah, then I might have just put them together for both side tapping. Also, I don't know if you can see it, but I'm fucking excited to get the K3 built. Like, it has been in the works for so long. That just the frame I've had for like 2 weeks now, I guess. I would have to check, but it's like 1 to 2 weeks at this point. So yeah, I've literally been waiting to stream and record me building the stream. Take all you need. I just don't want to sit here, people listening to me, and me sitting here alone while trying to entertain the crowd. Also, I should maybe go to the K3 channel because I said people should ask questions there. But there are no questions. That's nice. What we have here now are the extrusions for the X and Y on the Z. And we also have 5 of them are pre-tapped somewhere in the middle, so you can get the Z rails installed, while the other 5s are just simply tapped on one end. Get this? Yep. But they're both tapped. I just had to make sure that I did not fuck up when I ordered. For now, I will put those to the side. And actually, as you saw, those are 5, because the K3 2Z version should be relatively straightforward to upgrade to a 3Z in terms of extrusions. So if you later down the line decide, I want a K3 with triple Z, you should have all the extrusions at home if things don't change. Yep. Exactly. Hers is spoiling all the things. Oh yeah, I actually maybe want to consider switching later down the line for my K3. That's one of the very nice things that came with the Freezy update. Or upgrade rather. So let's get all extrusions installed. So this here is now just the top. Works somewhat fine. And for the bottom we use one with the Z-hole. Or let me just double check. Yeah, no, this will be the backside, so we don't use the ones with the holes in there. We just use the non-holy ones here. Let me just get some washers down as well. And some more washers. Also, I don't claim to be the best builder in Annex because I am shit at this. Yeah, I know, but still, I actually never built a frame. Yeah, it's not hard at all. That's the fun thing. So, before we even try to make this square, let's just put the bottom extrusion in and have something to work from that we know will be square. And I nearly kicked off my screw, that's already great. Some washer went somewhere, but I should have enough spares, I hope. I actually don't know that I have enough washers at home. Yes, I have shim washers actually. No, just some shim washers, like, oops, I cannot properly show them like this, so yeah, there you go, like regular M5 shims, and I don't have much of those at home. That's a big bummer for me, but okay, now let's get this all squared up. I'm just thinking how I should best square this, but I will just go the YOLO route. Loosen up bottom, and I already saw this coming, but that is fine, because that's just the bottom side. Also loosen up again here, and then square this up somewhat, slightly. Tighten slightly, okay. And I did hopefully not fuck up. No, I did not fuck up, that's good. Then let's slide you down. Maybe loosen it first bit on this side. Probably slide you. I fucked up somewhere, and I will just loosen you up again a bit. Loosen you up again. There we go. Make this somewhat rigid without really being rigid, and then we have to square you up again. I should pull out a flat hat just to get the shims right. Please work with me here, you piece of steel. Oh fuck. My incompetence is showing again. Come on, please be so kind and not just move out on both sides. At least when we have a supercut, we can cut this part out. The magic of editing. So I don't look like a complete idiot. Ah, it's fine, I just fucked up a little bit and that's fine. There we go. Now you are somewhat aligned. Let's tighten it on just a teeny tiny bit. And I somewhat don't like this. Like this does not look square at all. Oh god. This looks like a monstrosity. I thought Mizumi cuts were precise. Seems so. Yeah, I also thought they should be, but this does not look square at all, but I might just need to square it up a bit later. I think I also thought the culprit because, yeah, either that construction is not really level or my table is not level, which is a bad thing. So, lesson learned, take a granite countertop surface and build on top of there. I believe it is a pain in the butt to switch over, but you're doing it so you can also run spec as the rest of his plebs. So one thing how you can definitely make this easier for you is if you have a proper 1-2 block and not just like me doing it by eye, because that's always a bad idea to do it by eye. But at least for the back, it's not really important to be level, at least the Z-frame, because we don't have anything there. So that will be then the back of the K3 frame. One extra extrusion for rigidity, and on top we also have tabs on both sides and on the bottom as well. So if you want to get shit tapped to your K3 frame, you should be able to do that. I think next up I will just build actually just the Z-frames. Ooh, I don't like that actually. That's fine. And I will have to grab the last extrusion for that. That was a cut on the table, but it's fine because it's a workbench. nice how there's so many people watching and they will all be silently judging me for being shit at building my K3 printer and asking themselves, why the fuck does this dude get to build one? Because I can make somehow PCB magic work. Yeah. Oh yes, obviously. Judge me for my shit printer skills, but before that, as you can see, the non-tapped extrusions for Z, they are a bit shorter than the regular ones, so it should be comparatively easy to build and not mix up your extrusions because they are either having access holes or they're shorter than the others. If you have interesting questions that are not about the frame, Percy is here, so he might be able to answer those. Just go and in voice or in the K3 printer dev discussion, ask away. You're always doing K3 work, Percy. We both know that. I also just realized it would be very nice if we can have a printed guide for the 2Z. I just realized that while assembling because it's actually hard to get a machinist square in there if you have a longer one like I have. So I will be just I mean the fasteners, at least for the frame, are pretty obvious, I think. But yeah, anyways, we will have to get some printed guides going for that. And it's good that we have some more on trying to build this K3 on the stream. What I'm trying here is just to get things squared up somehow and just bolt one extrusion to one end. It should work once I have a bit of space. Which should make squaring this a bit easier. Welcome to Big Tree Tech, where things do not work as you expect them to work. Yeah, they don't work as you expect them, as I said. I'm thinking, no, this won't work. The extrusions are too long. We cannot use another extrusion as a guide, so how to get this squared up, I guess. Just do the Ikerian thing and just eyeball it. Because After all, someone has to hold the title Master of Jank, and if not me, who else? So do as I say and not as I do. I hope you will maybe use printed guides later down the line that we don't have yet. For installing the Z extrusions. Yeah, we will definitely make those, and we will need those. As said, so do as I say and not as I do, and try to just somehow get this straight. And I think that should be close enough. Because I will likely anyways need to reassemble it 5,000 times. Because I need to install Rails on all the Z. So that that part will go between your front and back, where we will also mount the Z-axis. So I hope this is square enough. Yeah, it looks like it. Just add one more turn to just make sure everything is as tight as it can be for now. And put that on the side and repeat one more time. And again, the ZX rail one is shorter, so if you fuck up and don't remember which one's which, just look for the shorter one. Have to get some more screws out here and get them all in. And I should have really thought about getting more space for all of this. Yeah, that was maybe not the smartest decision. But hey, you only live stream yourself building the cave free frame once, because this will never happen again, at least with me. Also, I hope you made the K3 OnlyFans account now, Percy, so that we can, very good, so that we can all upload this to OnlyFans later. So if you like K3, sorry? Yes, yes, Percy, we believe you. I mean, you are married, so I actually believe you in that regard. Hmm. And I will have to check because something K3 pings me. Oh, thank you, LTVNK. He's not here anymore, but he wished me good luck. But in some other channels, so I did not see where the hell. I will just take the back from here and put it on the floor for now because that makes things easier for me. So helping jig, but it should be fine, I guess, because it is somewhat straight, I hope. At least it looks like it for the access holes. So it should be straight. I actually have, yes, that's a good idea. My whole setup is mirrored right now because usually this side of the desk is my desk side where I don't do shit. Actually, it's a very good idea. I didn't think to bring out the calipers. So, what do you even know, Percy? I know, I know. Yeah, so that is okay. So that's sheesh. Did Misumi fuck me? Did Misumi fuck up or did I fuck up? That's the only question now. If that is the sleeve frame. Oh yes, I did fuck up shit. Well, or at least I hope this is supposed to be like a bit off. The access hole is supposed to be a bit off from the exact center because 1 to 7.15. Yeah, you were not at center at all. You were off by like half a millimeter. It's good enough for display, but do as I say, not as I do. And when you build your K3, use the block that we will have by then, I hope. Did I forget an extrusion? Oh. Ah, yes, I did a goof up. I did add a second Z for the back because the Z is not supposed to look like this. This extrusion has to go, so we will have to get rid of it. Yeah, but I don't have the holes in it. I don't have the access holes in that right now. Yep, so that is wrong and has to go. Forget what I said. You can, if you build your own K3, you can obviously use that. No, the middle one. No, the middle one was the wrong one. That's the annoying thing. If it was just the bottom that's wrong, I don't care. And actually, you are right. It is much smarter to have the middle one be one with the access hole. Because if you decide to rebuild to a triple Z, you will just have to replace the bottom extrusion. But I'm not as... Sorry? For the 3Z, I mean, we can definitely get rid of those, but it makes it a bit easier to assemble. Yeah, we have enough T-nuts on the bomb, but in my opinion, blind joints are better than brackets. Fight me, Percy. Yeah, everyone has got wrong opinions. Yeah. Oh yeah, if you just print squares. I mean, honestly, the axis. I mean, I like having the access holes just as an option. Please don't tell me I fucked this up again. Yes, I did. I would have nearly fucked this up again, but not this time around. So you are an access hole one. I mean, we could honestly think about just adding one more extrusion to the back in the middle. That would make things a bit easier, I guess. Sorry? Here in the middle, like... In... Come on, I got it to type, don't I? In this position, so... Because it gives us extra rigidity for like one more extrusion, and we already have the shims and the... excuse me. And the screws in the bum, so... That might be an option for extra rigidity, if someone of you want those. And you can upgrade to triple Z without disassembling your whole K3. Well, you anyways have to disassemble your K3. Kinda. Yeah, kinda. It's fine. Just throwing ideas out there. Because when you have hardware at hand, your brain functions differently. At least that's what I tell myself when I figure out all the problems when I have my hardware at hand. have them. And next time around, I should really just have printed spacers ready beforehand, before I decide to assemble things. But I at least have calipers. I mean, I like print more, but again, it's a pressure. It's a preference thing. $19.62. Let me just double check in the CAD real quick so that I don't have something majorly fucked. Okay, yeah, that sounds somewhat okay. That should be around that. 92. That is the same. Nice. Let's tighten those down properly. And then we have one corrected back frame. Because obviously I cannot assemble the printer I've been supporting with for months. So, one correct back. Sorry? Yes, yes, I will. Master Percy. I know. And the front just needs the same treatment as the back. And I think I actually have enough washers, which is very nice. I don't think we actually have washers in the bomb at this point, but you don't per definition need them. I just like to have them. I don't think you have to use them on the blind joints, but it's much nicer. Yep. Okay, why don't you get over here? Yeah, because I think we actually had at one point an extra extrusion at the back, but I just misremembered. And so I tried to reassemble it like we had it, I don't know how many months ago. Because I'm apparently living in the past, where we didn't have COVID that hard. Yeah, for the 3.0 we have it in the back, I know. Yeah, you'll just work on the 3.0 because that's the one you use. Just admit it, it's fine. I can accept that. Sniff, sniff. Yeah, 2.z is totally fine. As said, I might just upgrade after we are done with the beta, but that is something after the beta. Because I'm that one moron who decided that apparently going 2z is good, and I'm the only moron who did so. And I found out why this didn't work, because my shim was between my extrusion and the hole. Come on. There we go. Now you should get square. So let's just try to get this some square and use the trusty calipers once more. That's 19.16, and you are here. 19 point, a bit off. Let's measure it again. That's 1900. What do you want to have? Black, or you want to reuse red? Please don't tell me the wiring. If yeah, yes, please do that. I fixed a keyboard once that had ground and hot mixed up. That was very fun trying to figure out what the fuck's going wrong. 18.99. Yeah, that is an acceptable alternative. Heat shrink everything. So, and now we have one front and one back. And I didn't tighten down the extrusion completely, so I might have just screwed everything for the back, which is very nice. Seeing all the failures you can have on a live stream. Hey! So, what's left now? We still have, oops, 2 extrusions for the top and the front and the back. Most of those. And the Z will go in between those. I should figure out how to attach those, I guess. I guess first I will attach the front and the back, or the top extrusions, and then I will use the rest. This table is very uneven, so I guess I have to rebuild the whole printer. But to give you all you the correct one. to give you all some idea how this looks like when it's finished, I already got some lead screws prepared, so you can have a more visual analysis of how things look. Take your time, Percy. Don't tighten that down too hard, because we will now have one more set of screws to go in. And I have to make sure the shim goes into the slot and not outside, because no one likes a shim's width between extrusions. And after all of that, it will be a moment of truth time to see how square I built the mainframe. So basically, I will have to, sorry? Yeah, I'm making progress, but I'm pretty sure I will have to rebuild everything. Because I'm pretty sure this is completely out of square. But there is a key free. It is super teeny tiny. Like, that is one phone as example. I should maybe put this away from the back. That is one phone. Look how tiny this is. But let's get everything whipped up, and then I will display with some lead screws how large everything is, or how tiny rather. So, I should maybe check before I put everything together with the machinist square. And either this square is completely out of whack, or the frame is completely off on both sides by a huge amount. So I just say I will check the square and say things are square. Because they all fit together somewhat nicely, so I just hope I am correct. Yeah, it's square enough to be built, so. And then you can always use some spacers and do it. Please, Percy, go ahead. You mean the ones with access holes and the ones without? Yeah, so basically build the top part of the extrusion first and then the bottom part, I guess you mean? Mm-hmm. That's an idea, but I did not do that. I just cut them open and just started building. Yeah, I mean, I got the expensive Mizumi cuts, so let's see if the $100 Mizumi tax was worth something. I actually am out of washers. That's annoying. I'm short 2 washers. Up. That is my exist. Sorry? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean they're really insanely well, so okay, so let's get you in a bit further and you as well. You're too far in by a bit, but that's fine. Anlin can't stand me anymore, he already muted me, but it's fine. He just wants to have a laugh, I guess, while watching me. I think that should actually be somewhat square from the get-go, which is very nice. Pay attention to the somewhat because it's definitely not completely square. Yeah, I mean, honestly, you did DIY cut your extrusions, so that is also big. You didn't? Ah, you had them pre-cut. Yes, I recall you had them pre-cut, but you did tap them yourself. There we go. Everything's in now. So just tighten down a teeny tiny bit so things don't wobble around. And there we have one of the z-axis. Oops. Obviously it still needs a rail, so it's definitely not finished, and I don't think you can install the rails after the fact. But yeah. Oh, I'm one spacer short, really. Up. I just love how no one has any questions. They just listen to this and likely just OBS capture me. Without the sound, so they don't have to listen to me talking shit about things. But that is fine. Because 1K free frame is nearly done. Because I won't try to square this up right now. That will happen after the fact of stream. Who is not here, you mean? You mean Flux? No, he's not a web developer. I mean, honestly, real talk, I talk with Mityu quite a bunch. So not in real life, but on Discord, because we are both from Austria. And at least when I'm talking with him, he seems like a pretty chill dude. So I cannot say anything regarding him in a negative sense, because when I talked with him, he was pretty chill and relaxing and kind of fun to talk to. So I don't understand why people have. I can understand why people have problems with him, like from just listening and seeing what he writes. I can understand why people don't like that and have problems with that, but yeah, I won't judge him because I talk with him in German and he's can still be a bit of an ass sometimes, but honestly, who isn't? Sorry? Yeah, he had, but honestly, he might just have one-to-one translated them from German and suddenly everything sounds grumpy. Eine Weißwurst bitte noch! There we go, that's German and you already sound grumpy, even though you just wanted one sausage. I mean, yeah, I mean, as I said, German can sound pretty aggressive if you're not used to it. So yeah, I can see why people think it's a heavy metal song. But there we go, 1K free, not squared up because I have to print spacers for that. But other than that, oops, there we go. There is 1K free frame. That here, yeah, actually I put it correct. That here is the front. Here's the back at the end. My table is, if you can hear that, I think that's my table being uneven. So fuck that, I have to redo likely everything. But just to give you some trail of thoughts how it would look, there is the super tiny bed frame, and I will just put it down here. Some wonderfully nice lead screws on the sides. If you, sorry? Yeah, I don't know why the lead screws in the CAD looked so thick. Like, I use the lead screws I ordered, and that's how they look in real life. The CAD looks more reasonable, or? Okay, yeah. Well, if you have any questions now, shoot them away. Otherwise, I will go offline. I had one more spacer that fell off. Fuck me. Otherwise, I will spoiler a bit and say printer parts in annex green are existing. Like those will be motor mounts up here. I will not show them too closely because I don't want one person to be mad at me. And oh god, I don't think this is square at all. Sorry? Yep. Also, I have to check something in the CAD real quick because I think there might be some interesting assumptions. Yeah. Ah, no, I just am stupid. I am just stupid, that's all there is to it. Yep, that makes sense now. I'm just stupid, that's all. Well, one thing I will spoil is this part because that's the only thing I designed that I'm not spoiling it. In wonderful NX green. It's non-structural, so that's why it's thin. And you will see what we will use that for. Other than that, thank you everyone for tuning in. I will get that K3 squared up sooner rather than later. Oh god. I already see gaps because it didn't tighten things down at all. This will be horrible if I use the printer to properly print it all. But well, it's for build stream, you see how it's built. Have fun and thank you. Bye bye.